Hello, guys. What can I tell you? You are here with one of the best players in the SofaScore World Cup 2026 Fantasy. I just reached rank 39 in the global league from more than half a million. A few people playing, so let's try and go for that top 20 spot. We're going to talk about my team for the semifinals and also go and see the complete review of all the teams that are left. Those just happen to be my anchor teams. I mentioned my strategy. I think it was before even the round of 32 or before the round of 16 when I mentioned that I'm gonna base my picks because of the transfers, because of the value on those four anchor teams with some other teams there as well, and those just for anchor teams happen to be England, Argentina, Spain, and France, and they're all in the semis. And I had enough transfers in all rounds, and even before this round, I have two extra transfers as well because just three of my players left the tournament. And yeah, now I'm gonna try and go for top 20. It's gonna be hard because now everyone is gonna have pretty much the same team. So we're gonna try and find some outliers. Today we're just gonna go and see which players we could choose. I'm not gonna make any transfers before the deadline. That's day after tomorrow. Uh, and the thing is, I want to see the starting lineups for France and for Spain. I have some reservations about Baena because Nico Williams is now back. Ferran Torres looked better than Baena. Baena played just 55 minutes against Belgium. Got just 1 point, 2 points against Portugal. I mean, he was good in group stages, but now against better rivals, he was not that good. Although he's on set pieces and he just played 55 minutes. So maybe in this match he doesn't even start, and even if he starts, maybe he's going to get 55, 60 minutes again. So because I have additional transfers, I'm thinking of transferring him out. Then of course those players that left the tournament as well. Let's see, let's move Imi Entrosard, and maybe I'm gonna remove someone else as well. Maybe I think that Spanish defense is not going to be that well against France, especially Laporte going against Mbappe, Olise, Dembele. There's just one thought I have here, and now we can have six players from the same team, and also of course five transfers, but six players from the same team. And I currently have just three players from France, so I want to go and remedy that. Maybe in defense, but the thing is, all the French defensive assets are very expensive. The cheapest that I don't have is Kunde at 6.6 because I cannot take a goalie. I already have two goalies that are on opposite sides of the bracket, and they're gonna play two more matches because now after this stage, no teams are going out. All right, so we have semis, and then two teams are gonna go to finals, and then two teams are gonna go and play the third place match where they can maybe and they will probably rotate a little bit, but still they want that a third spot and the goalies won't rotate. So I have those two goalies until the end of the tournament. Then I don't know. I will probably think about taking Kunde just because he's cheaper than Saliba. Otherwise, if you don't have Dean, just go for Dean. If you don't have Upamecano, go for Upamecano for sure. I would try and go for Kunde here, and then I also have one remaining spot in defense. I mean, according to form, the best choices would be Spanish defense completely. Maybe someone from England, but Argentina, England, I don't see a clean sheet there on any side. Maybe the price will determine who I would take. Maybe just go for Molina, who is 4.2. It's going to start. I would like Spence at 4.5, but he's not starting. If he was starting, I would pick him for sure. I like him very much. Maybe in this case, Molina, just to get one more player there and to get more funds for that midfield. Okay, look. Let's take a look and see who is interesting in the midfield. Of course, we'll have Bellingham. Dembele is there, but he's just 11.8, too expensive. Well, he said 11 could be interesting, very interesting. Then Rodri, he's 7.6, and he's earning a lot of points at every match. Let's see, Rodri, 6, 6, 8. Let's give. I don't know. I mean, you want to keep your position, you can have him for sure. You must have him. He's just gonna go and get, 6 points again, 6, 7 points again for sure. But if you want to chase, I'm not so sure because that's probably his ceiling, 6, 7 points. Mm, and I want to chase in this scenario. So let's see who else is interesting in that midfield. Can I take Olise or Dembele? They're just too expensive. Otherwise, Paredes. I think I want to take Paredes in one spot. He's just 5.1 to get those funds going. And then see if I take, for example, if I take Olise, but a lot of people have Olise. Maybe it's better to take Dembele and hope he's going to be in differential because he's owned quite less than Olise. Okay, who's also interesting there? Let's go points per round. Celso, but he's not gonna play. Mainly, it's very interesting with those. But I don't know if he's gonna play. Let's wait, but let's see his points before his injury. So, he didn't play the last two matches before. They had 10 against Norway, 6 against Sweden. Not that interesting. Maybe I'm still gonna keep Baena. Oh, we have McAllister. Very interesting. Now Argentina is playing a bit differently. They don't play 4-4-2 with two wingers anymore, or kind of one winger, one pretend winger. They play with four central midfielders now, and Paredes is going a bit behind to get those tackles and interceptions and duels, which is also good. And then we have McAllister, who is going more forward. He's going more forward. He and Enzo are going more forward. Alistair 7.5. He scored against Switzerland team at the beginning. Can he score against England? Yeah, he can do something against England. Let's see. He's 9 points. I mean, with him scoring, which doesn't seem well. Let's see. Who else is interesting there in the midfield? Rice, Saka, but he's 9 million. He could be very interesting if he starts, but 9 million. It's just too much. Almost 7, but they're playing France. Maybe Yamal could do a lot of things with dribbles and key passes and stuff like that, duels. But he's going against Lucas Dean. He could do a lot, but he's probably gonna be Dean is gonna probably be helped by Chouameni or by Manu Kone because he's gonna have a tough job. Maybe just go for Doué. He's gonna have these 60, 70 minutes against Spain, but not a lot of ball. Maybe Madueke if he starts just 6 million. Maybe Merino. Just go for it and have the MM9, the Joker. In front, he's in midfield. When he scores, it's a lot of point, but will he score in the third consecutive match? That's really an ask. Rogers is these guys are cheap, but God knows who will play and how long. So this is really interesting. So if I take, let's say, if I take very expensive Dembele, I still have 6 million left, which is not bad. Let's cap it at 6 million and see who is available. Let's see with 4 Merino. Madueke. That's very interesting. Manu Kone, if he starts, is okay. Let's say I take Madueke. It was underwhelming, but he's there with some crosses and dribbles. It's very interesting. So this is kind of what I can do with my team. So goalies from Spain and Argentina: Upamecano, Dini Martinez, Kunde, Molina. I'm not satisfied. I would like to take some other players, but funds are limited, transfers are limited. Then just Paredes, who's gonna get those 4, 5, 6 points, similar with to Anderson. And then just go and try take some differential with Dembele because people probably wouldn't be able to afford him that much, or they're gonna go for Yamal for all this day. Then Bellingham, and then with Madueke just to try something. Then attack. I'm satisfied with my attack. I don't think Oyarzabal scores against France, but why not keep him? Because you cannot get a better striker. You can get Kane, but he's I think 3.5 million more expensive than Oyarzabal. And then after him, you just there is Alvarez, who is even more expensive than Oyarzabal. So that's a bit of a tough ask. Okay, let's just go and mm, see the data. So in this regard, the odds have France as a favorite and France to score 1.6 goals opposed to Spain scoring 1.3. The clean sheets odds are low, but I see as here as well way more chance of France keeping a clean sheet if the match goes to a certain direction. When the Spain tries to keep possession, but they are toothless, and then the France don't have enough chances, but they still grab some chance score in like 60th, 70th minute. And then Spain tries something, but they are not able to actually score a goal till the end. And then it finishes like 1-0, 2-0, or something like that. On the other hand, in England, Argentina, I just see both teams scoring. England is a slight favorite here with 1.4 goals, opposed to Argentina 1.1. Uh, according to odds, England has a higher chance of keeping a clean sheet, which is odd in my opinion. Argentina scored at least 2 goals on every opponent, even I think in the last World Cup, and now since that loss against Saudi Arabia. Um, but I don't know. I still see Argentina scoring at least 1 goal. So I'm not so sure. I would take someone from English defense like Spence if you were nailed, but that's not the case. Okay, let's see who is nailed, who is not nailed. These five in the French defense, I think, are certainly nailed. Saliba is there at 88% because he had some injury scare before, so they're keeping it open. But yeah, Maignan, Digne, Upamecano, Saliba, Kunde. Then Rabiot, I think, is safe. And then it's a coin toss between Manu Kone and Chouameni. And then Due, I think it's more likely to start than Barcola, but still we need to wait and see. Because we're going to have these lineups way before deadline, like 1 hour before the transfer deadline. So you can wait, don't do your transfers, and then wait and see who is in the star lineup in France and Spain. And then, of course, Olise, Dembele, and Mbappe are absolutely nailed. Then in Spain, yeah, people were calling for Unai Simon to be replaced, but I think it's just too late now in the semis to significantly change your team that conceded just 1 goal and progress to semis. So Simon, Cucurella, Cubarsí, Laporte, Porro, I think they're safe. Maybe Porro a little bit because of the defensive side, and now they're going against the best attacking trio or quartet there with Due, Olise, Dembele, Mbappe. And then the Rodri is 100% nailed. Pedri, I think he would play, but we'll need to wait and see. We'll have the lineup. Baena, I think he will start. But I'm still not sure about Baena because he has maybe 55, 60 minutes there. Then Dani Olmo, 82%, but I think he's also very likely to start. Lamine Yamal is nailed, and Oyarzabal, I think, is very likely to start. But we'll see. Maybe Ferran Torres. Maybe now Nico Williams is back. Maybe he's going to risk him for this huge match because they think if we beat France, we are favorites against England or Argentina. And then we have England and Argentina. So Pickford is nailed. O'Reilly, I think, is sure because of all the injuries and suspensions. But Reece James is back as well. I think Wayne Stones. I'm not sure if the Stones is 100%. Konsa will need to take a deeper look, follow something in English media. There is so much content to see. What is the expected lineup? Then Declan Rice is 100%, and Elliot Anderson is 86. I don't know why I think Anderson is even more nailed than Rice at this point in time. Then Gordon, Bellingham, Saka, and Kane are expected. But we need to take we need to wait and see what are the latest news day after tomorrow. And then I think Argentina is way more straightforward. We have Emiliano Martinez. Then I think Romero and Lisandro Martinez are nailed. Probably Molina as well. Talafico or Medina. Talafico is so far in the starting lineup. Then Paredes, De Paul, McAllister, and Fernandez. I think they are sure. Julian Alvarez or Lautaro, but I think Alvarez starts. And then Messi, of course, is a billion% sure. And yeah, let's just look because I don't need to take you. I don't need to get you data about Messi and Mbappe, all those guys from those four teams. We all know them. We had them throughout the entire tournament. They were anchors for me after the round of 32. But just take some players that either didn't perform so well or didn't play that much. This is per 90 minutes. So we have Lamine Yamal, who is there really good with dribbles per 90 minutes. He's a top in that category. Shots per 90 minutes. You see how many shots he takes, how many dribbles he has. Duels won as well per 90, and shots on target. He's very, very active. Very, very active. He just didn't convert so far, and I'm not so sure if he can convert against this French defense. That's the problem. If he were playing England or Argentina, I think I would love to have him. Then we have Djed Spence. What I told you is like he's there in tackles per 90 minutes for a point, clearances per 90 minutes for a point, duels won for sure as well, and then blocked shots even per 90, like almost one blocked shot. So he's a very interesting pick. It's just that he's not expected to start now, but maybe you could risk it because it's low probability that England will gonna get a clean sheet anyway. And if they go into the extra time, which is a real possibility here, he can get those like around 60 minutes of play and get a couple of points. As a differential, then we have Otamendi. He's also not expected to play, but per 90 minutes, per 90 clearances, so high, interceptions as well, duels won. Then we have Rodri, which this is why it's very interesting for me. If I decide to not chase, to go conservative, I will take Rodri for sure. Accurate long balls per 90 minutes. He always gets a point there. Always gets a point for short passes. Final third passes. He's like 30 final third passes, which is high probability for a key pass or an assist. And tackles per 90, also three tackles, which is two additional points because tackles go into the duels. They're counted toward the duels as well. Duels won. Then we have, of course, Merino. Expected goals per 90, almost one goal expected per 90 minutes played. 3 times fouled per 90. Interceptions are also there, very good. Merino, when he comes in, he just didn't have enough time because in both games he scored before the extra time. But maybe if they go to extra time against France, he's going to get like 40 minutes of play or even more. Then we have Saka, who is expected to start against Argentina. Duels won per 90, 8 duels won. More than 3 tackles per 90. Fouled almost 2.45 times fouled per 90 minutes. He have been really, really good. I would maybe go for him, but he's 9 million. That's too expensive. If he were like 6.5 or 7, I would take him for sure and risk it. Then we have Ferran Torres. Maybe he starts. Big chances missed, more than one per game per 90 minutes, which means he's getting into those chances. He didn't convert that well, but he's getting into those chances. XG per 90 also 0.7, which is a lot. Shots per 90, more than 4 shots. So he's there. He's active. He's taking his shots. So he's expected to start. If he's in that starting lineup, comes the deadline. He's in the attack. I will take him for sure because he's just, I think, 6 million. And I will remove Oyarzabal and then take someone better in the defense or something like that. Then Leandro Paredes. He started slowly in this World Cup, but more than 30 passes as well in the final third per 90, blocked shots. He's also there. Accurate long balls per 90, 3.2. 3 is 1 point, additional point. And then we have two guys from England as well. Madueke, who I took now in these preliminary transfers. Accurate crosses per 90, 2.5, which is very good for key passes and for assists potential. And big chances created per 90, 0.94. So he creates one big chance. That's what I'm telling you. He's potential for an assist and key passes. And then Marcus Rashford, big chances created per 90, also one, and shots per 90, 4.43. So if he's in, if he comes in, he's taking a lot of shots and creating chances. Okay, so this is some preliminary first thoughts about the semis. I'm gonna do this final team video probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow in the morning, where I'm gonna take a look at the new projected lineups, and we're gonna go and do a couple of strategies for transfers, depending, are you want to keep your position or are you chasing a position in your league? Okay, bye, and see you tomorrow.